California HOA laws are among the most followed in the nation, right? Exhibit number 1, the Davis-Stirling Law. Lawrence Sterling, a leading authority on the HOA industry in California. Some 9 million Californians live in common interest developments, also known as homeowner associations or HOAs, in the state. The body of law that governs these communities, because they are separate from municipal and county domains, is the Davis-Stirling Act. Yes, the Gray Davis, prime author moniker for the law, is indeed the recalled 2003 governor of the state, who was a leader in the California Assembly when the law was drafted, voted, and signed by Governor George Deukmejian in office 1983 through 1991. Gray Davis championed the law without writing the landmark legislation that now comprises over 100 pages since the 2014 revisions. Back to 1985. Then-rookie California Assemblyman Lawrence W. Sterling and academic professor Katharine Rosenberry had a legislative idea for Assemblyman Gray Davis, who was chair of the Housing Committee and later became governor of California, adding the Davis name to what became known as the Davis-Stirling Common Interest Development Act. Lawyer Sterling, a longtime friend of the bill's real author, didn't write the legislation either, but granted the Davis proposal that he, Sterling, take second billing as a co-author of the bill. Together, their names are memorialized for all time, as is the work of Katharine Rosenberry. Professor Rosenberry actually wrote the law after and while consulting HOA management companies, HOA attorneys, and real estate developers. You will search hard to document consultations with HOA homeowners, because these didn't happen, except in the usual way that the legislature gathers voter input on legislation. Yes, the individuals and groups driving the Davis-Stirling law are the HOA industry, not homeowners. This novel legislative idea had to do with legislation about common interest developments, CIDs or homeowner associations, HOAs, a burgeoning real estate development model that would practically overtake the state after 1985. HOAs, also known as common interest developments, have been in existence in California since well before 1985, but have grown tenfold to more than 45,000 communities and over 9 million people, over 25% of the state population, meaning that common interests are really today's dominant housing type. HOAs answer to specific real estate developmental relief, if not a strategy in California and throughout the USA. State, county, and local governments would segregate order and control of properties within or adjacent to defined localities, cities and counties, without having to provide funding for maintenance, upkeep, employee retirement plans, and so on. HOA communities are designed to be financially autonomous in every way. Now, legislators in the state won't and don't have to touch matters regarding homeowner complaints about HOA governance. Legislators today were not in office when the law was created, and few, if any, even know what the law says. But HOA homeowners are generally in that same boat. Finally, common interest developments were first regulated in California in 1963 with the passage of the California Condominium Act. However, the laws affecting homeowners associations were scattered throughout the Corporations Code and the Civil Code and did not adequately address the unique issues posed by community associations. Laws are like sausages. It is better not to see them being made. Otto von Bismarck. If you find this archive worthy of sharing, feel free to pass it along to others. California ALTACITIES. Population 9 million. ALTACITIES.com